Hey, what's up guys? It's still in here. My job's got pushed back to next week, so today's Wednesday, it's my free day. We're all loaded up, ready to go. It did. As soon as I took my daughter to school this morning, I was sitting in the parking lot, it just started cutting out rain, but the forecast looks pretty clear. It didn't rain very much, but that's not gonna stop me from having a good day. So let's go get the kayak on Chapman and let's see where the day takes us. Well, we did it. We just got the yak off the truck, got it all loaded up and got it down by the water. I think I'm gonna try this side. The wind's whipping too hard on this side, and if I go out anywhere, I'm gonna have a hard time trying to fight the wind. It's almost white capped out there, so we're just gonna go and try right here. I'm all saddled up. I think I'm gonna throw some top water around in here since it's nice and calm. It's pretty weeded, so anything I throw is probably gonna get stuck in this moss, but I don't know. We just got to see where the day takes us. Haven't had any luck with anything, so I've been taking this buzz bait, and as soon as it hits the top of the water, I pull it up and then just start cranking it on the top to keep it as high as I can. But I mean, it's still getting caught on weeds, and this place over here is not very good. I keep seeing like little fins and stuff, so they're probably catfish rolling around. I trolled all the way around here and everything was about a foot and a half, but it's all covered in this grass. Looks like pond weed. Whatever I am seeing, it looks like top water disturbance, so this might be the ticket. But I don't think I can ever keep it clean. Just don't think it's gonna happen. Literally every part of this is covered in this. Weather's getting a little sour, so this one might be a quick video, but I'm just using a spinner bait out here. Oh, there it was. Oh no, it's spinning out. The weather looks like it's gonna get really bad. I don't really actually even know how deep it is out here. I'd love to get my kayak out here, but these waves just make it impossible. I'd be thrown right at the bank before I could do anything about it. This is what happens when I actually let the camera just roll. There's a snag out here somewhere. I've lost quite a bit of lures over here on this left side, or on this right side. Damn, I just saw one hit it. They're hitting it. They're hitting it so close. That's crazy. Let me burn one as close as I can to the bank. That's a pretty good spot. This is probably my favorite place to fish out of all the places I go, just because of how nice and kept the bank is. Sometimes when I come through here though, I do have to pick up trash, but that's no small feat. Do a lot less, do a lot more for a lot less, so I'm gonna burn this one in just real fast. There it is. Oh my gosh, he's a big one. So I got my pole bent in half. Pretty nice sized bass. Off you go. I wasn't ready to call it. I've been eyeing this spot for a while. It's right beside my house. There's a Hy-Vee right here and there's a bunch of businesses behind me. But I don't know, that sign's posted, but I'm too far enough away to care to read it. This side looks like it's taken pretty well good care of. I don't know, I've been eyeing this for a while and I've always wondered if there was fish in here, so what's the harm in throwing a couple times over here? There's a frog that just jumped in. Let's see. I'm gonna be right here until somebody kicks me out of here. Or until I catch a fish. Whichever one happens first. I might hit a 3-peat today, see how many of my fishing holes I can catch fish in today. I got free time. What am I really missing out on? Somebody keeps this taken care of for a reason. Me and Emily have actually came over here and ate before. Got to give a shout out to my buddy Lucas. He said he thought maybe a Ford Ranger head unit because mine stopped working. Well, he gave it to me and it works in the Ranger. There's just something about an old cassette radio that you just kind of admire. Kind of a nice little break from Bluetooth, Spotify, XM radio. It's a nice little break from all that. That over there says private property or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna read it. There's got to be some secrets over here. I saw this like manhole from the parking lot. Ooh, this looks promising. Let's see what's back here. I can hear the water roaring, so some kind of waterfall. I wonder if there's a better way to get to it. Ooh, I see bubbling water on that side. How can I get over here? It looks like something's already stomped a path in there. There's a shedded snake skin. Maybe be on the lookout for a snake. Looks like there's a trampled path in here. Is that a big jump? I can't tell. That'd be something if I fell in. Well, it looks like I can go this way, so I guess I'm gonna. What do I have in my pockets? GoPro batteries, phone. That doesn't look like it's that far. All this for the sense of adventure. I want to get over to that and see what's back in there. Who would have guessed that one fishless adventure today would have led to another one? Well, I think I can go there, but I don't know how to get around unless I go through the woods, which I'm not above it. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, there was something that just sucked into that hole. Someone lost a pair of pants. Another snake skin. This must be snake hangout. Can't bring Craig back here, man. He's terrified. He'd be so mad at me. He'd be like, oh, hey, by the way, there's a bunch of snakes over here, but it looks cool. Well, that's interesting. Even more interesting is how many times he's hooked in the mouth. Check that out. That's pretty cool. There's always fish in these inlets here. That was my second cast. My first one I cast kind of a long ways over here. But it seems like there's always fish in these whenever there's water running like this, or there's water running like down over there, because it brings food. Always brings food. Let's see if I can get another one. I kind of just yeeted it over here towards this brush pile and started reeling it towards me. If I knew this was back here, I would have brought some more different kind of lures. This is pretty cool. Might have a new creek walking spot with Craig. There it was. Oh man. Oh man. Seems like they're kind of hanging out in this corner pocket. This one's a little bit different. He's green. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Another one. I guess that's all I have to do is just drag it right here in front of this. Enough here for a fish fry. Ooh, something got a hold of him. Look, he's got a nasty gash in him. You know, the crazy thing is, I didn't think that this big of a lure would work for small fish. There's just all kinds of them right here. I just had 3 hit it right there. Well, that's freaking awesome. I'm so glad I found another little bluegill spot. I can easily bring Ellie over here. Look, this is a pretty cool looking sunfish. Look how his tips are all orange. That's pretty cool. Look. They are hungry for this spoon over here. I'm gonna catch maybe one more over here, and then I'm gonna go back out to the main area and see if I can't catch a bass. That's what our whole adventure started on today, so I'm glad this is back here. I should wait until I find Craig, because I bet we can find another way around here. I bet we can snake on in through here. No pun intended, he doesn't like snakes. There's another one. Well, this is a lot of fun. I'm on the back side of a pond. There's a high V over there, and there's a bunch of shopping places over there. I'm glad that you can't even see it now. That little manhole cover kind of piqued my interest. Like, why is there a manhole cover in the middle of all those rocks over there? I'm like, I wonder if it was built for drainage. Sure enough, it is on the back side of that pond, so it is for drainage. My phone's blowing up right now. It's probably Craig. Be like, yo, where you at? Oh, sweet, I got a snack right here, club crackers. I came up on this thinking this was a broken deer leg. It kind of looked like one from afar. But how I got through here, I actually had to snake through the trees over here. Looks like there's a good path to come down here, but it won't allow you access over here. It looks like it comes, I see a stoplight, so it might come from the underpass. Who knows? All right. Thank God for the deer making this path for me, or something. Good thing I wore long pants. This isn't something I necessarily like doing in shorts. This looks so cool. And then I fall, wouldn't that be something? I'm all wigged out, I don't want to fall in and get wet. Ugh. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, the trees. Somebody's listening to some Yin Yang Twins. Daddle. Okay, so far we've been to 3 places today. First one, second one, caught a bass. Third one, the main pond didn't have anything, nothing bit in the main pond, but it had like a runoff and like a creek that ran behind it, and there was probably 14 or so bluegill in there. So the 4th place I was gonna go was another place that I always go, and it's private too, but as I pulled into where I usually park, they had 2 posts and a steel cable ran across there, and it said private property. They just completely closed off the place where I usually park, so that's not very good. So I'm in another spot that I've had my eye on for a little while. They got signs over here, I can't really read them. Even if they say no trespassing, I don't really care. I want to throw over here and see. I picked this spot off Google Maps, so I'm just gonna go over here and throw over here and see if there's anything in here. I think I'm just gonna stick to the one lure. This green and silver spoon's been doing pretty good today. It's caught everything, so I think I'm gonna stick with it. So this is place number 4. Well, here's another one of these that say no fishing. I don't know why you got this big old pond right here if you can't even fish it. So I'm gonna throw in here a couple times. I don't care. I'm gonna throw right here in this little break. What if I catch like a huge one? Then I'm gonna start coming back here more. Watch, as soon as this breaks the water, somebody comes blaring out of there like, hey, you can't be here fishing. All right, we just landed at the last place. I will say it's getting hotter than the rattlesnake's tane out here, so they're probably not gonna be biting. But, all right, I think I finally found something that they want. Even though it is hot, they are all paying attention to this. I've had one reach up and try to suck in the spider, and then he must have got the barb and quit. Something's wrong with this spider though, because it's floating upside down. But there's like 2 or 3 bass right here. Look, there's one looking at it. Let's move it a little bit. Take the whole thing. Oh, he just nibbled the legs. They're liking the creature bait with the tentacles, but there's just not enough for him to just flat out smoke it. This is always my miracle go-to bait. Just throw it out there, let it sit, and slowly start letting it do its thing. There it is. I finally got one on a crawdad. Let's see if I can get this one up around all the other ones. There it is. It's always the crawdad, man. Something just smacked this right on land, and I just jerked as soon as I saw it bite. Come on, who can resist the crawdad? I mean, it was like as soon as it hit, came and just snapped it up. I didn't even think I had it, because when I was reeling it in, there was no resistance. It was just kind of veering off to the right. But maybe you can. There's a huge bass and like 14 bluegill right there. And they're pissing him off. He keeps trying to like nip at him. He's a big bass. I'm gonna throw this lure right in front of him, see if we can get him to bite. And bass is gone. No, he's not. He just kicked all those bluegill up. Might not be something, but again, it might also be something. I feel like this probably would have been the pole to put that on, but might have my poles set up here backwards. We'll try this one. What have I got to lose? I ain't got nothing to lose. Except me. I've been doing this for a good while today, so I am the loser. I think the other 2 kids moved on. They went up. Still though, I'm the only one I've seen caught anything, but I also have a plethora of things to try, so we're gonna find out what they want. You can see that, but there's a muskrat that just swam. There he is. He's about to surface. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Look at him. There he goes. It's pretty cool. No one's gonna believe that. I just caught a bass on a on a trout fishing jig. No way. I just caught a bass on a trout fishing rig. 1/32 ounce. Look at this. This is what I just caught this guy on. This is a little painted hand jig. Very nice. This one's a pretty cool catch. They're starting to bite again, so I might need to change my GoPro battery out. Pretty decent size hog there. GoPro battery died, so I didn't even get the whole catch on video, but we're catching them. I found a little secret, a little trick. I've been throwing it out in front of me. And that one, a bass wanted it just because the small fish wanted it. They went around and around like Tom and Jerry. And he just caught another big bass on this trout lure. Let's go. That is probably the biggest one of the day. That's a nice sized bass right there. Oh man, I got my shoes wet. Thanks. Another one. They keep spitting this little lure. You don't want to die. Knock it out. I'm getting really good at sight fishing these now. For whatever reason, they are fiending for this little jig. Ripping on my thumbs. You know. Yeah, I think I got this down to a science side. Let me see if I can do it while we're recording. I'm just kind of slowly creeping up here. The guy was just sitting there sunbathing, and I dropped this right in front of him, and he just nabbed it. Thank God for polarized sunglasses. Just absolutely hammering it. I don't know if I see any more over here, to be honest. I felt like a madman. I probably changed lures like 30 times. All right, you can't really see this bass right here, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to float this right in front of his face. There it is. Sight fishing all day. Sight fishing all day, dog. I pretty much got it down now to where I know exactly what to do. I just had a bass chase this out. So you know what that means. Give it to him again. He ate it. Yeah, I can't believe this has pretty much been every cast. Little one. But I saw him go for it. What is this? What is that? Oh, that muskrat right there is pulling a stalk through the water. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. It's pretty cool. This right here is where that otter muskrat's making a nest. I only know because I just saw him pull the reeds through there. He might not let me do it again. Yes, he is. There it is. I didn't think he was going to let me do it again. All right, last little sight fish right here. Got a bass swimming through. Here it is. He looked at it, looked at it, looked at it. Where'd he go? He's like playing in my shadow. Let's try this again. I mean, it really doesn't help that I've started right here. This dude's already been assaulted by the hopping jig. There it is. Yep, there it is. Oh, that's a big one. Listen to that pole squeal. He is cheese grating the absolute crap out of my thumb. Look at that. Out here we like to respect wildlife. Backflip. Yeah, that's a big one. Now I know what I'm going to use on my kayak trips. I feel like I've used enough bass in the top pond where it is this one's time. There it is. Oh, that was a bass. That's crazy. I was going for one of these bluegill. Let's see if I can. I want to drop this down right in front of him. He's moving in over top of it. Big ass sunfish. Look at this one. He's got some cool stripes down him. That's all I got, man. My GoPro's about to die. Third battery, fourth battery's caked. So I'm finding out the little secret to this is letting it sit on the bottom and then just pop it, let it fall to the bottom. Pop it, let it fall to the bottom. Look, almost got another one. They're big right here, man. That's crazy the size of these bluegill. Nope, no more. All right, no more for me too. I need to go home. I hit 5 or 6 fishing holes today, and the last one, I absolutely killed it. I tried a plethora of lures. I tried everything in the box, couldn't get nothing to hit. And the only thing I had was a green and black marabou jig for trout fishing. It was like the 1/32 ounce. I mean, it was itty bitty, but I just kind of found a technique and I was just able to sight fish everything I seen. Man, that was a good time. I'm glad I found a new spot to take my friends, take my family, whoever wants to go. Them bass were vicious, man. My thumbs are all ripped up. That's a good problem to have after a long day of fishing. I will say, after hitting 5 ponds today, what more do you want, man? We got her done today. Just got a little bit more for an outro here. I definitely am the coolest kid in the park today. The most I ever seen anybody catch was maybe 2. And I probably caught like 20. But I will say I noticed one problem. I don't know if you can see this here. These fishing hooks are not supposed to be bent out. How many 2.5 pounders I caught today that bent this hook completely open? That's not a bad problem to have if I'm the only one catching fish out there. So I can't say I was the only one catching fish. Some of those other boys, one of them was using, like, he said it was like a frog pattern rooster tail. He caught a couple of bass, and I think the other boy was using a kind of like a spoon similar to the one that I had. I think they both caught 2, but even right there at the end, I went and jumped down to the smaller pond, and it's covered in a lot of duckweed and lily pads and stuff like that. Dropped it down in these holes where I can see like great big bluegills sitting there. And that one surprised me, man. Like, it's crazy. The whole biome of these ponds, like, there's a huge population of bluegill. So they usually will swarm to whatever food they find first. Well, the bass, like, ain't standing for that at all. So, like, anytime that they would see something, if the bluegill would swarm to it, a bass would just nudge it, grab it, and just flee. And I don't know how many times like that. Probably like 8, 9, 10 that I was able to sight fish them because of stuff like that. But it was kind of funny, though, because I kept saying to myself this whole time, when I saw those boys using rooster tails, I was like, if I had my small tackle, I said I'd be able to rip a lip on everything in here. And somehow this little black and olive marabou jig from Lily's Landing ended up in my bass bag, and that's all I needed. This was literally the last thing I was going to try. I probably tied on 30, 40 different lures, different setups, and nothing seemed to be working, but this did. So I'm going to take my pliers and bend this back. Usually after catching so many fish, you fill your line like this, and it'll be a little serrated. Best thing to do is just cut it off and retie up here somewhere. So I don't know how many other people can say that they hit up 5 ponds in one day, but your boy got it done today. So, and one more thing before I go. I can't believe that. That's crazy. This could be a thumbnail in its own right here. I'm just going to go ahead and bend this back in. The hook point might be shot by now, but look. There's a comparison. It's supposed to be in line. That's not a bad problem to have. I'm beat. I'm going to go eat. And that's all I can do for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so be sure to check out my page if you like more. Like, comment, subscribe. And remember, fish after me. I can't even hold it. He's big.